Hello once again, gamers. Cruisenick X back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. We have been leveling up like crazy, or we have been working like crazy to level up everything to level 70 before the end of the Stormblood expansion, or at least before the release of the new expansion. So far we have the following. We have Paladin at level 70. Monk at level 70, Warrior, and last but not least, Dragoon. Of course, this is coupled with Chris Valentine and his level 70 Dark Knight, but let's not talk about that. We'll be doing that quest later. Right now, we're worried about another assault on, we're worried about taking down another job and bringing it to 70. So with that being said, tonight we are going to be continuing the Bard storyline. Now then, it'll be interesting to see what Jahantel has in store for us with the Stormblood storyline and how far we're going to travel. Who knows? Maybe we will travel the realm in search of new and interesting stories. Only time can tell. But anyways, with that being said, we're going to get right down to it with the level 60 quest, Three's a Company.
Ah, my dear Chris. How good of you to pay me a visit, and a timely one at that. Our friend Sanson, with whom you journeyed. I met with him but recently, and it pleases me to say that his labors have finally borne fruit. Aye, his proposal for a unit incorporating bards has received formal approval. Even as we speak, he is rounding up members for the unit's inaugural mission. Now, during our conversation, Sanson mentioned that he had a favor to ask of you. In case you haven't yet heard from him, mayhap you could seek him out first. You are like to find him at Quiver's Hold.
Where's Quiver's Hold again, is it? Yep, Gridania. We are off! Alright, off to the Archers Guild.
I wasn't otherwise engaged, so I thought I would come along. Go on and see what it is Sanson requires of you.
Chris, it is so good to see you. Our hard work has paid off, my friend. I received permission to establish my Bard unit. Moreover, we've already been assigned our first mission. I couldn't be more pleased, save for one practical concern. Our new recruits yet lack the experience to embark on an honest-to-God's mission. In seeking to fill our ranks, I immediately thought of you, Chris. You're an exemplary among bards, and I should be greatly heartened for your participation in our mating outing. I've also taken the liberty of requesting Guilo's transfer to the unit. With your combined experience and skill, we are bound to leave a splendid first impression. Now then, I will go to receive my orders from Commander Helwa. May I assume that you will join me?
May I say that I too have a vested interest in young Sanson's success. I should be personally grateful were you to lend him your aid, Chris.
Alright, to the Adder's Nest. Alright, let's get right to it.
If it isn't Chris. By all accounts, you were instrumental in the success of Captain Smith's previous expedition. We are glad for your cooperation. Now then, allow me to brief you on the mission. Our order has received an anonymous letter, one that makes certain claims. We would have your unit verify the truth of it.
There is a tome that holds a damning secret pertaining to the Autumn War. Should you desire it, send your most capable to 9 Ivies. I will be waiting. The war between Gridania and Alamigo? But that ended 100 years ago. I labor to imagine what secret could exist that should be so damning even now. Might this not be an ill-conceived prank, Commander?
Our leadership believes it likely, to be sure, but it is not a risk they are willing to take. Nay, not with the winds of public sentiment blowing as they are. You all know that our order is involved in the Alliance's relief efforts for the recently liberated Alamigo. Well, there are those among the citizenry that disapprove. A small but determined faction that refuses to forget the wrongs of a century past. They still view Alamigo as the enemy, and ardently oppose our reaching out a hand of succor. Not potentially incendiary can be allowed to stoke the people's discontent, and we must move quickly. Your mission is to make contact with the letter sender, and ascertain the nature of the secret.
You call that a mission? A bloody errand, more like. Couldn't be asked to handle it yourself, so you foisted on the eager new unit.
And if the secret proves inconvenient for Gridania, what then? Will you sweep it under the rug along with all our hard work?
Guidolo! Mind your tongue! You are addressing a superior officer!
Ah, so you are the famous Guidolo. Worry not, my friend. Whatever the secret turns out to be, I give you my personal assurance that you and yours will receive due credit for its discovery. That's good enough for me. It's been forever since me and Chris last performed together, and I just want to enjoy the moment. No complicating factors, you know. The Autumn War is an emotional subject for Gridanians, the older generation especially. And for us bards, it is also notable for the involvement of singing archers. In the course of your mission, I dare say there will be much to reflect upon, and many opportunities to grow. I wish the three of you the best of luck.
Without further ado, let's make haste to 9 Ivies, before Guidolo can exercise any more indiscretion. Alright, the 9 Ivies is... oh yeah. East Shroud. Off to the Hawthorne Hut. That's right, an amount I haven't ridden since the collector's edition of A Realm Reborn. Yes, the Curl Mount. Attainable by buying the collector's edition of A Realm Reborn, this mount served me well in the past. Back when I was a healer. Ah, looks like Guidolo is rocking Shire armor Shire gear as well, albeit in a different color. They're both rocking Shire gear. Though I do not like that bow. Speaking of which, yeah, I've got what I can. That's all I can really manage at this point. Especially with my currency the way it is. Yep, cannot do much. Alright, anyways, let's talk with the simpering youth.
Well met, my friends. I am Norval, a humble citizen of Gridania, and I see you received my letter.
We've come as you bid. The tome, if you would be so kind.
Ah, but I never said that I had it. And to be clear, I do not.
What? Then why did you summon us here?
Patience, my friends. I will explain. You see, like many Gridanians, I have an ancestor who fought in the Autumn War. 'Twas he who first learned of the tome in question, after the fighting had ended. In turn, I learned of it from my parents, and since then, I've dreamed of poring over its pages. Alas, as it lies deep within Alamigan territory, I was resigned never to have the chance. But then the brave soldiers of the Alliance took Baelsar's wall, and the way was made clear. When I heard the tidings, the flames of my boyhood passion were rekindled. Finally, I can fulfill my dream. Or so I told myself, before I thought better of it. I'm no soldier, you see, and the prospect of wandering a war-ravaged land in search of a tome is, frankly, unrealistic. That's why I decided to reach out to your order for cooperation. Based on my parents' account, I'm confident that I can track down the tome, and I will help you to find it. I ask only that you take me with you. So what say you? I'm but a commoner and know little of the ways of nations, but it seems to me such secrets as the tome conceals could be harmful to diplomatic relations. Is this not so? So if we wish to find the tome, we must agree to your company. Quite a demand to make of your nation. You've got stones, that's for sure. I like it.
Are you serious? A civilian is essentially holding us to ransom, and you praise him for his stones?
Look at it this way. We didn't know the tome existed, nor have we the faintest went to look for it. Better to have help than to fumble about blind. And I reckon. Come on, Chris, back me up here.
Seems we have no choice. I suppose you have the right of it. Whether we like it or not, we would struggle without Norval's knowledge. Very well. We will agree to your terms. And here's ours. You must obey our orders at all times. To the letter, sir. You shan't regret bringing me on. First, we will make for Castrum Oriens, presently held by the Order of the Twin Adder. Thence we shall make our way into the unknown. Though, those gloves are interesting. I don't remember seeing those. Alright, let's head to Castrum Oriens. Whoops, that's Roger's Reach. I didn't want to go there. Boom. Oriens. Here we are. Guidolo strumming on his harp. Sanson on with his notes. I don't remember if those are the gloves with the normal maiming gear, though. I don't remember. Who cares? Anyway. The armies of the four nations, united under one banner and one purpose. A sight to stir the spirit. Well, where to now? Pray do not be hasty, Master Sanson. Before we venture into the wilds of Girabania, we would do well to acquaint ourselves with the lay of the land. As a serpent captain, it should be a simple matter for you to secure permission for us to remain here, just long enough to get our bearings. I suppose it would only be prudent. Very well. I will request permission of command. And I'll get right to bonding with the locals. Always wanted to compare songs from the four nations, and the liquor besides. Master Guidolo is quite a character, isn't he? Aye, that he is. Pay him no mind. Now then, I will make my own inquiries. In the meantime, you are to lay low and refrain from bothering the garrison. Understood? Chris, Guidolo and I shall tend the business here. Pray, take your ease until we are ready to depart. And with that, we've completed the level 60 Bard quest. The next Bard quest will be available from Sanson upon reaching level 63. The requirement for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. It is going to be interesting how this story plays out, and interesting how Bard is going to play out in the long run. Let's see what actions we've got to work with. First and foremost, we've got Troubadour at level 62, which adds an additional effect to the song currently being sung. So, I don't have Army's Paean, do I? Oh, yes I do. Wait, then where the hell did I... Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, so that is how I did it. For Requiem, Wanderer's Minuet, Army's Paean. And then the Warden's Paean is something completely different. Okay, I don't need to worry about those. Troubadour will probably go where Battle Voice is now. In which case, I'm going to have to find a place for... I don't know why I have Peloton, but I'm going to just place it over here because I'll probably move Iron Jaws. And that's Mage's Ballad, so... So, yeah. You know what, actually? I'll move Mage's Ballad with Foe's Requiem. And that'll do it. Put Pitch Perfect there, and call it a day. See what happens later. Alright, so, yeah, we've got Troubadour at level 62. We've got Caustic Bite, which, I think, yeah, that, Caustic Bite and Storm Bite will be, unlocked at 64, which will replace Venomous Bite and Wind Bite. Nature's Mind at 66, which increases HP recovery for the part, and then Refulgent Arrow at level 70 to finish off at level 70. And of course, with role actions, we've got with traits, we've got Bite Mastery, which will unlock at level 64, as well as Caustic, and Stormbite, and then Enhanced Imperial Arrow, which will guarantee the trigger of an additional effect for the current Mage's Ballad when an Imperial Arrow hits a target. So it'll be interesting to see how this all operates. But at least with this job, I can kind of phone it in. So we'll see what happens as time progresses. But with that being said, when next we meet, we will be completing the level 63 quest, Masked Motives. We'll see what happens. With that being said, that's it for this episode of Cruise Next Purgatory. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button below and be sure to turn on notifications. Also, be sure to subscribe for a nominal fee. You'll be able to subscribe for exclusive Twitch content when it gets released. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode when it comes out. And click here to watch the original Heaven's Ward ending. Until next time, Cruise X, signing out.